Most people believe singles on Valentine's Day form a unified category, the uncoupled, the unpartnered, those defined by absence. That belief is quietly erasing the extraordinary diversity of how single people actually experience this day, forcing varied responses into simplistic narratives of loneliness or liberation that serve commercial interests rather than human complexity. By the end of this video, you'll never see single people or your own single status the same way again, whether you approach this day with grief, relief, indifference, or the mysterious simultaneity of all three. If this feels familiar, you're not representative of some single experience. You occupy a specific position in a vast spectrum of how humans relate to partnership, desire, solitude, and social expectation. But adaptation without awareness becomes category imprisonment. You've been told that singles are either sad or empowered, that your response to this day indicates your emotional health or pathology, that you should either celebrate your freedom or seek to escape your condition. So you perform whichever narrative seems expected, hide whichever response seems unacceptable, or oscillate between positions without understanding why both feel partially true and partially false. You feel pressure to have a coherent position, shame about your actual complexity, confusion about why a demographic category feels so personally constraining. You're not failing at singleness, you're being forced into a category that cannot contain your actual experience. This is called narrative compression violence. Your brain evolved to seek belonging, to regulate through identity, to experience threat in category mismatch. Valentine's Day concentrates this violence through demographic flattening, gathering all uncoupled people into single visible group, erasing the differences between never partnered and recently separated, between joyfully single and ambivalently so, between actively seeking and deliberately choosing solitude. Each narrative offered, celebration or grief, empowerment or lack, provides temporary social legibility. Each performance of coherent position prevents acknowledgement of genuine complexity. Each rejection of category feels like personal failure rather than healthy resistance. That's why you feel invisible in your specificity, exhausted by managing your presentation, confused about why demographic membership should feel so personally misaligned. And this is where most people make the mistake. They assume single identity indicates unified experience. They think response to Valentine's Day reveals emotional status rather than narrative constraint. So they offer advice that fits some singles while profoundly misaligning with others, celebrating or pitying you based on their own projection rather than your actual situation. Notice what happens when you describe your actual Valentine's Day experience without using any received narratives. No self-love, no loneliness, no independence or bitterness. Use only specific, personal, perhaps contradictory language. Notice what becomes possible. Not to eliminate category, to become someone who knows their own experience exceeds it. Mastering singleness on Valentine's Day isn't about celebrating it or enduring it. It's about becoming the person who neither needs the category for identity nor allows its constraints to erase your actual complexity. Who experiences this day as specifically situated rather than demographically defined, as currently true rather than essentially revealing. When you choose specificity over category, you give permission for everyone around you to do the same. Your experience becomes acknowledgeable. Your complexity becomes speakable. Your life becomes yours rather than scripted. People who understand this move differently. They feel curiosity about their own responses. They resist demographic flattening. They experience Valentine's Day as information about current state rather than definition of essential condition. Next time, we'll uncover the psychology of relationships on Valentine's Day, why this day transforms coupled dynamics and reveals hidden patterns. Until then, watch how your relationship to category changes. Notice what happens when you stop performing single identity and start inhabiting specific experience. That's the specifically situated person emerging.